To study toning, we need to learn about the concept, such as characteristics of commonly used metallic paints, the types of metallic paint pigments, and so on. Those knowledge may aid us to improve our toning ability for dual process metallic paint or pearl paint. Dual process coatings, such as metallic color paint, mica nacreous paint color, and graphite paint, are referred to as metallic paints due to their similar coating structure. When we look at the metallic paint, we find that it may show unique light in the sunlight. Its color may be very visible in direct observation and indirect observation, and it features perfect transparency and depth. In process of construction, spray the base coat onto a panel to render a color effect coating, and then spray a varnish layer to render brightness and fullness of the paint film. Due to the specific gravity of the pigments, the structural alignment of aluminum pigment in the paint is different when dry coating and wet coating are performed in the construction process, and give rise to the change in color. Be sure to keep the number of sprayed layers on color palette the same as that on the actual painted vehicles. The metallic paint coating mainly comprises aluminum pigment, titanium film mica pigment, graphite pigment, white pigment, and the like. Aluminum pigment, made from metal aluminum powder with specific metallic luster under the irradiation of light, and capable of forming various types of pigments due to the differences in the surface size, roughness, and other properties of aluminum powder. Metal pigments do not allow light to pass through, and reflect light of almost all wavelengths. Mica pearl pigment. Translucent, consisting of transparent mica enveloped by titanium dioxide or other coloring agents, with a pigment surface capable of reflecting part of the pearl luster, light, and allowing part of the light to pass through. Color of the mica pigment depends on the thickness of titanium dioxide. Graphite pigment. Compared with common black pigments, the graphite pigment has the advantages that the flash effect of the metal pigment and the mica pigment can be seen through the gap of the graphite pigment with poor covering effect under the direct sunlight. The flash cannot be seen under the indirect light, and only the color effect of the pigment itself can be seen. White pigment. A semi-transparent pigment whose particle size is 10% of the ordinary white paint titanium dioxide pigment, with two kinds of light characteristics, namely rendering yellow in case of direct observation and rendering blue in case of indirect observation. How to feel colors. For people to feel the colors, there must be the following three elements: light source, object, and eye. The object is exactly the object we observe, and it can be seen because the light is reflected on its surface, received by the eye, and the color of the object is synthesized in the brain through the transmission to brain by optic nerve. Visible spectrum. The lights on the visible spectrum have wavelengths similar to electric waves. In the dispersion experiment using prism conducted in the solar rays, the light rays falling within the wavelength range from 380 nanometers to 780 nanometers are referred to as visible rays, and the rest are referred to as invisible rays. Three primary colors of light. The visible light can be divided into blue light, falling within the range of medium and short waves, green light, falling within the medium range wave, and red light, falling within the long wave range. And these three colors are referred to as three primary colors of light. The light integrating all wavelength coverage seems to be white. Three primary colors of objects. The colored materials, such as paint, may be properly mixed with three colors, namely red, yellow, and blue, and most or even all colors can be toned and obtained. These three colors are referred to as three primary colors of the color. The color rendered by a mixture of these three primary colors becomes black. Metamer. Under certain light sources, the compared color presents the same color, and when switching to another light source, the colors observed get different, and the phenomena are referred to as metamer. To prevent the occurrence of metamer, it is advisable to use the existing color master available in the paint formula. Specific method used to judge metamer comprises the following steps. Conduct color comparison under natural light, and then conduct color comparison under a commonly used fluorescent lamp and an infrared ray lamp, which may help to make judgment more easily.